Booking is open for the Silver Tassie, Sean O'Casey's World War One drama at the National Theatre. Now, previews from the 15th of April. Online now to tell us about the production is Ronan Raftery, the actor who plays the lead, Harry Hegan, who the audience will meet first as a sporting hero, but within months as a broken man because of the effects of the war. Ronan, good afternoon.
How are you?
Not bad at all. Now, the Silver Tassie, but firstly, listeners will be interested in your own personal background. Where are you from? And you came to train with RADA.
Yeah, I'm from Dublin. I lived there till I was about 21. I went to UCD and studied English and philosophy and I was heavily involved in the drama society there, doing a lot of plays and stuff. And from then I decided to move to London and go to RADA. So I moved over and I've been here in London ever since.
Right, now you've had a versatile career in contrast to the gravities of the Silver Tassie. Many will know you as Desi, who you dub a Holy Joe.
yeah, fondly.
Fondly, right. And an eye for the ladies.
Yeah. Well, just one in particular, but yes, he's a man of contrast.
Right, that was in Moonboy.
Yeah.
Now, you've had many other credits yourself in theatre, TV, film, and all the rest of it. Mm-hmm. You actually did Juno on the Paycock.
I did, yeah, with at the National Theatre with Howard Davies, who's directing us in the Silver Tassie, and that was a co-production with the Abbey Theatre in Dublin as well. So we were lucky enough to play both spaces, which was great.
Right, how are the rehearsals going?
Great, very good. We're in week 6 now. It's quite you get a longer rehearsal process at the National, which is terrific. But so we're just about to start our final week now. We'll move into the theatre next week and get on stage and see the set and get our costumes, and all the fun starts then.
Right, now a number of listeners who've read the Irish World newspaper this week, there's a double-page feature actually on the Silver Tassie, including an interview with yourself. Now, you say that you've come to love the play, but it took you several readings to sort of get into it.
Absolutely. It's not. It's definitely not the most accessible play on the page. I think it requires quite a clear and large vision to attack it, and we certainly have that in this production with Howard. I read it when I was much younger in drama school, and didn't quite know what to make of it. And then I heard Howard was doing it again at the National, or Howard was going to do it at the National, and so reread it and absolutely just fell in love with it, and it just opened up, and I was very, very excited to get involved.
Now, the thing is that the Silver Tassie is actually rarely performed. Is this because of the scale needed for the set? Because I believe you've actually got an 18-pound gun on stage.
Yeah, that certainly has to be part of it. I think the second act is set in the trenches during World War One, so we're just behind the trenches, and the set is huge, and it's an absolute spectacle. It's a wonderful spectacle, and they've built us an 18-pound gun to play with on set, and fire and load and everything. It's been amazing. And they took us out to Woolwich Barracks. We went out to meet some soldiers on base there with an original World War One 13-pound gun, to watch them operate it and how they talk to each other and what they're like when they're working on a gun like this.
Right.
Amazing experience.
Now, this year actually, it marks the centenary of the start of World War One. Now, frequently the Silver Tassie is referred to as an anti-war play, but it's not limited really to that. The backdrop is Dublin's tenements, tough areas indeed themselves, and it's about relationships at home in Ireland are key as much as the action indeed in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
The play actually explores how those at home have no conception of how to deal with the emotional and physical breakdown of soldiers returning from the front.
Certainly, absolutely. That's a huge part of this play. It's really the most central, tragic aspect of the play, without a doubt. How they do try very earnestly to engage with Harry when he comes back, and engage with the other soldiers who come back, but they just, at the time, they just didn't have the vocabulary to deal with it. They didn't know what they were dealing with. They didn't know about post-traumatic stress disorder. They didn't know how to deal with a lot of the injuries that these soldiers came back with, and I think as a result, a lot of soldiers felt absolutely rejected and isolated, and as a result certainly in this play become very angry and very lost and hopeless.
Right, and it's important to say now that in the play there's also some levity and humour. How is this actually injected into the play? Because it seems, from what you say, they're pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, it is heavy. I mean, the central plot is quite tragic, but it's written. O'Casey wrote it as a tragic comedy, and it is a very, very funny play. Particularly the two most comedic parts are Sylvester, who is my father, and his best friend Simon. played by Aidan McCarthy and Stephen Kennedy, two very, very, very funny actors. So it's really beautifully done throughout the play, as every dark moment that we encounter is almost immediately contrasted with some of the funniest parts of the play, and it's so you're never allowed to fall completely into despair as an audience member. It's broken up quite nicely. It's structured quite well for an audience, I think, in that regard.
Right. Now, it's actually interesting, a feature off the play is that it was actually written in 1928 and echoes the past. Actually, when President Michael D. Higgins actually visits the UK next week, he's laying a wreath at the grave of the unknown warrior on a tour of Westminster Abbey, which sort of fits in with how this play and the First World War, etc., is happening. And it's a rare opportunity to see this a compelling 4-act drama like this. Further details, of course, is on our website. Ronan, listen, have a as they say in the business, break a leg, but not literally.
Thank you very much.
Listen, have a great time. No doubt it'll be a huge success.
Hopefully. Thanks. Good to talk to you.
Ronan, lovely to speak with you.
Take care.